Hi, so you have a home in the Killeen area that you just cannot sell. Well, you've come to the right place. If you've got a home, no matter the price, the condition, location, or the amount that you owe in the mortgage, I have a solution that you can sell your home fast without, in most cases, bringing any money to closing. I'm going to go through a quick typical example on what we see in most cases in the Killeen area. You most likely purchased your property with very little out-of-pocket expense, no money down, and for whatever reason, maybe you have your orders, you need to now sell your property, or just relocating, getting out the military, and you need to sell your home, and you're finding now you cannot get your home sold because of the amount owed. Maybe you've had an agent come around, they said, yes, we can sell your home, but you need to bring $10,000 to closing, and that isn't an option. So possibly you're looking now, well, let's maybe lease the property. Don't do that until you've seen this video. You have a better solution than leasing your property. I'll go through a couple of examples on what we do with the owner financing situation and see if that may work for you. Now, what I encourage you to do is, if you do have a friend or somebody else as an agent, in a lot of cases, when you approach them with this, they say, you can't do that because you owe a mortgage. Yes, you can. We have done this dozens and dozens of times. I have a question and answers. I'm not an attorney, don't want to get into the legal side of things, but put down your name below or on the side, depending where it is. Fill out your information, your name, and I will send you a copy of all the questions and answers when doing own financing and you have an existing mortgage in place. Yes, it can be done. So put your information in. You can also call me directly if you would like to discuss your particular house and what you owe. I'll tell you very quickly if you qualify and if your house qualifies. And yes, I'll say you qualify as well. So give me a call. My number is 512-554-9446. That number again, 512-554-9446. All right, so this is the meat and potatoes of it all. How do we sell homes that are not being sold? Is you creating that win-win situation through owner financing. As mentioned, there are thousands of people out there that cannot qualify for a mortgage. They can pay a mortgage, they've got good financial status, they for whatever reason cannot qualify for a mortgage. Now, I've had them all different cases. You know, they've started a business. The business is doing extremely well. Well, there's a catch-22 for business owners. Guess what? Nowadays, you don't do the stated income loans. Those are all gone. All you have to do is show tax returns. Catch-22. Guess what? A business owner doesn't want to show income, so they're trying to do whatever they do in order to not show the tax man income. Well, that backfires on them because they can't qualify for a property, or maybe they can't qualify as much as they would like to purchase a property. That's one scenario. So they absolutely got their own reasons why they cannot qualify for a mortgage. So we're going after these people that can financially afford a mortgage. They can afford to put minimum 10% down, hopefully 20% down on their asking price. So as mentioned, there's going to be different scenarios there. In our particular case, we had the money in the bank. We were starting to do pretty okay in the real estate game, but we couldn't qualify for a mortgage. So we purchased our property by putting some money down, doing I think it was a 30-year amortization with a 5-year balloon note, which means I have to pay the homeowner everything, go and qualify for a mortgage in 5 years. And we actually ended up qualifying in 2 years. And we got our own mortgage and paid off the homeowner. So I'm going to go through all those on how that takes place. Now, the first example here is a very basic example. I normally see this in the lower home ownership bracket, if I could call it that. Maybe the hundreds have gone, the $200,000 range. Anybody that purchased their property with very little out-of-pocket expense, maybe FHA, VA loans, 0 down, 3.5% down. I see this a lot. They purchase a property for whatever reason, and homeowners out there, I've heard them all those reasons why you can't qualify for more, why you need to sell your property today. This is for homeowners. The program is for homeowners, not greedy homeowners that are trying to get 20% above market value just because they're trying the market out and trying to get that ridiculous price. If that's you, goodbye. Not for you. As mentioned, the program's not for everybody. It is the homeowner that has now got that job in Idaho. I don't know why you want to go to Idaho, but you've got that great job in Idaho and you need to be out of here and you need to sell this house. You bought the house last year. It was a beautiful home, had great intentions, $200,000 home, and this can be $1 million home as mentioned. But there's very little equity in there and you're just backed up against the wall. You owe that mortgage company right up there what the home value is. Maybe you've even got a realtor that's come in and said, listen, I can't sell your home. You owe $200,000 on the mortgage and it's only worth $200,000. Do you have, the 6%, the $10,000, $12,000 you're going to need to come to closing to sell your house? And we don't have that money. This program's for you. This will work for you. So the first example here is, let's go for $200,000 home, bottom of the line. You purchase the property, maybe FHA, VA, let's say you're still at the $200,000, maybe you owe $195,000 on the mortgage. We just use a ballpark figure of 8% for closing costs. So $200,000, what's that? $16,000. Now, if you've got a 3% mortgage on that, because the home's a few years old, they were giving out 3% mortgages, your PR payment, principal and interest only, I'm not counting taxes and insurance and all that good stuff. So principal interest payment only, $954.83. If you had to decide, you know what, let Grant Claire go out there, go find me an owner financing person to purchase my property. I need to be out of here. I need this debt relief. I've got to be gone. We could go out there. Our goal is 20% down on a buyer. In this price range, we might be a problem, but no less than 10% down. So a buyer comes in, he puts 10% down, $20,000. Now, right there, that is sufficient to pay all the closing costs. You then pass ownership to the buyer. You are not a landlord. You have passed ownership to the buyer. Now, I'm not going to go into the legal side of what happens here. All I can say, once again, if you have a realtor, or everyone seems to have a realtor as a friend or whatever, and you approach them, oh, I heard this on the internet. Grant said we can owner finance my property. The immediate reaction is, oh, you can't do that. No, you can't. No, that's I've heard it all. Believe me, you can do that. I do have, if you want to get all the disclosures on that from our attorney, you can do that. You just got to fill in your name and all the information here on the side, and we will send you that. Questions and answers more on the legal side. I do not want to give any legal advice. So yes, that can definitely be done. You pass over ownership to that new person. We might amortize the loan. Guess what? You're not going to give him 3%. You're going to say to him, we want 6%. On a 6%, at 3% it was $954.83. 6% PR payment is $11.99. So there's a spread there of just short of $250. So you can actually make a monthly income on that. You may want to just pay it into your mortgage. I don't know. We can discuss that later. So that is one way to owner finance your property to a buyer that comes in for whatever reason. They cannot qualify on a mortgage, but they're financially stable and they got some meat in the game. They're going to put some money down on this property. As mentioned, you're not a landlord. You're not going to be fixing air conditioners and they're not calling you for the light bulb went out. You're not the landlord. They are not a tenant. They are the owner of the property. They have all rights to that property now. At 512-554-9446. That's 512 554-9446. That's my direct cell number. Let's just have a quick 5-minute conversation and see if you qualify, if your house qualifies for it. If those two qualify, in most cases, we will get your home sold.